All right, man. What's up, y'all? Good evening, good evening, good evening, Redskins family. All my Redskins family and friends. What's going on? How y'all doing? It's your boy Protect Sports, man. Back with another one today. Today, man, as you see, I'm on another live stream. Today's topics will be as follows. I'm going to first talk about the Redskins schedule, what I think of the schedule, my thoughts on each team that we're going to play this year, and all that, and a really, really deep breakdown of the schedule. Afterwards, I'll be talking about the Alex Smith documentary, Project 11 documentary. I'll give my opinions, my brief opinions upon that, and the things I watched on the documentary. I never watched the full documentary, by the way, but I did watch snippets and pieces of it, and I watched a nice chunk of it at one point. So I will give my opinions of what I did watch. I don't want to keep holding that back. I want to go ahead and get that out. Um, After that, I'm gonna look at the roster and give you my projected full 53-man roster in this live stream, and then I think that's about it. So I think I'll wrap it up. And then answer any questions you guys may have after all of that is done. Oh, and any players that we can pick up after June 1st, after we get the June 1st cuts. Um, Players that think they're really good, but their salary so high they got to shake loose. Players that might get their franchise tags rescinded, things like that. It's a very, very small. It's one player in particular I want to talk about. Really, one guy we want to talk about on that side of things. And then also, I do want to read the Dwayne Haskins letter that he did write on Redskins.com. Louis T did that earlier this week. Shout out to Louis T for that. But I never watched the full video, so I just saw he did it. And I saw snippets of his video. I never read the full letter myself, so I will read the full letter in this live stream and give you my opinions on how Dwayne Haskins handled his rookie season. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. So I'm gonna let a couple people come on in first. I think my cousin Marlo's on the is in the studio. I'm gonna ask him to go ahead and get into the actual stream to actually watch the stream. So give it a second. So I'm waiting for a second for people to come on in real quick. I know I did start a little early. I did say I'm gonna start at 7. So also after this is all done, I'm gonna ask everyone to use the hashtag Redskins Roundtable to answer any questions you guys may have in the comment section. I have a call-in number. This is on the screen. So if you want to call in, maybe ask questions about the team, ask any general questions about the live stream in general, or any other sports-related questions, you can definitely ask that with the phone number on the screen. So waiting for people to come on in first. Like I said, I did start a little early, so I don't expect people to come in early. I expect people to come in a little later. But I do want a couple people to come on in first before I actually start the actual proceedings on the stream. So wait for a couple people to come on in first, and once people come on in, I'll go ahead and get started. So give it a second. So like I said, those are the 5 topics I'm going to talk about. So the Dwayne Haskins letter, the Redskins schedule breakdown. I'll probably go ahead and get started on that now. I'm gonna go ahead. And also, if you want to be on the panel, please comment down below. You want to be on the panel? I'll just add you on for 5 minutes at a time. So that will also be a thing. So if you want to be on the panel for 5 minutes, just comment down below. I'll definitely add you on that. So I'm waiting for people to come on in so I can go ahead and get started. Okay, so the schedule came out yesterday, man. And I really want to talk about the Redskins schedule in deep detail. So I'm gonna pull it up now real quick. So give me 2 seconds to pull this up. Oh, what the? That was weird. Sorry. I don't know what happened now. That's weird. Yeah. Don't know what happened with the snap on stream. Sorry. No. There we go. But yeah, somebody go put the schedule now. So I'm going to do that right now. 2020. All right, so I have the schedule pulled up now. So I'm going to talk about each opponent in deep detail really quick, and then go ahead and keep going. So let me go ahead. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it's doing this. It's weird. Just give it a second. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know why it's doing this. I do not know why. I just messed up. I just messed up. Give me a second. But whatever. We're gonna just keep going. Yeah. So our first opponent, as you know, is the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 1. It's time we always get the Philadelphia Eagles Week 1 for some odd weird reason. This is stupid. They're coming to DC. They're coming to Landover in Week 1. Sunday game at 1:00. Go ahead. Yeah. Do play them Week 1. And it's going to be an interesting game. Eagles are a really tough opponent. I think they're the best team in the NFC East going into the season. Yeah, so I think they're the best team going into the 2020 NFL season in the NFC. I think they're the most complete team in the division as well. So this should definitely be a really tough matchup. Them acquiring Darius Slay. I don't get receivers like Jalen Reagor and John Hightower in the draft. To help Carson Wentz out a bit. They get Deshaun Jackson back from injury. To get Alshon Jeffrey back from injury. To get Miles Sanders. They have Miles Sanders. They get Jordan Howard back. They got Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz. So offensively, they're pretty much stacked. Defensively, they got some good players like Fletcher Cox, like I said, Darius Slay in the secondary. They did lose Malcolm Jenkins, but outside of that, they didn't lose anything else really significant. They added Roby Coleman too in the secondary as well. So yes, they have a really good secondary. We got Brandon Graham and like I said Fletcher Cox and defensive line. They're very disrupting on the defensive line. So that being said, it's going to be a tough game to play. It's a tough team to fight against. It's going to be a tough team to get into the trenches with. It's going to be a long day. I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a long day. I'm not going to predict wins and losses. I'm just talking about each team in detail. Let me go ahead and add my cousin real quick. I think he wants to be on. So give me a second.
Hello.
No.
What's up, cuz?
Yeah. So week 2. We do play the Arizona Cardinals. That is on the road as well. What's up, cuz?
What's up with you? Can you
Ain't
hear me?
none, man. Ain't none. Yeah, I can hear you this time. I watched something I couldn't hear yesterday. I can hear you now.
All right.
Right now, I'm just talking about the schedule real quick and giving some opinions on each game real quick, and I'm moving on to the next team. So I'm on week 2. Talk the Cardinals. This is going to be a very interesting game in Arizona. They kind of upgraded this offseason, getting Nuke Hopkins to team up with Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk with King Drake in the backfield. So they're be a pretty tough team offensively to mess with. And them getting left tackle and Josh Jones in the 3rd round. That was your 1st round pick to be along with DJ Humphries. It's gonna be a tough game offensively to try to stop that kind of firepower. And then defensively, they have some good players. I like Isaiah Simmons, the guy that got a Clemson with the 8th pick. I like Jordan Hicks, a former Eagle. He came over from Philadelphia last year. They still got Pat P in the back in the back end. They got some good things over there. Chandler Jones, one of the best pass rushers in football, one of the most underlooked guys in football. He plays in Arizona. Who really cares? But Yeah, it's gonna be a tough matchup. It's a game that you can win, but everything has to go well. Like, got to win the turnover battle. Haskins can't make mistakes. Defensively, you gotta get to Kyler Murray. You gotta contain him in the pocket. Can't let him run around and make plays all day. Whoever's on Nuke Hopkins, gotta stop Nuke Hopkins. It's a lot has to go well to win that game. A lot has to happen. But they might have had the chemistry that teams will usually have with this whole COVID-19 too. So they might be out of rhythm too. Might catch them
It
slipping.
sounds
So
like they trying to reincarnate the Larry Fitzgerald and Anquan Bolden when they went to the Super Bowl.
I mean, probably so. I mean, I think it's an upgrade over that duo because
Yeah, it is.
Nuke's still in his prime, and then you got Larry Fitzgerald still playing really good football at such an old age, and you got Christian Kirk too. Someone really sleeping on. I like Andy Isabella, the kid they got in the second round a couple years back for the Josh Rosen trade. So they got some things over there in Arizona that are really explosive. They can score points really quick. Gotta contain Kyler in that air raid offense. They can really score some points really quickly. So
And they
that's
got
an
some.
interesting one to
They got
watch.
some pretty good. They got some pretty good, decent running backs too. Because then what you call
Yeah, I
come from
like Kenyon
Miami?
Drake. Yeah, Kenyon
Yeah,
Drake. Yeah, I got Kenyon Drake. Yeah, the kid Edmonds too. They can run the ball a little bit too. So, and then we go to the Browns in week 3. Now this one's gonna be interesting. The last one played Cleveland. They were not a good football team, as we remember. Was it 2016? Yeah, 2016 last time we played the Browns. They came to town and threw up all themselves and lost. I turned the ball over 4 times. We struggled to beat them after turn the ball over 4 times. Made no sense. But whatever. A win's a win in the league. But now they're not the same Browns anymore. Got Odell Beckham, got Jarvis Landry, Baker Mayfield in town now. On defensive, they got Myles Garrett and Olivier Vernon and Denzel Ward and Greedy Williams and all these guys on this team. This team looks stacked. This team looks pretty good in Cleveland, man.
yeah. They just
But
gonna
they
have to have.
underachieved last year, though.
They gonna have to build that chemistry because they ain't had no chemistry last year. All on weapons, no chemistry.
You got Joku. They acquired Austin Hooper now. They're
Yeah,
all in the win now, and I like what
yeah,
they're doing in Cleveland. Like they're all in the win now.
they should.
So that's a game I don't see the Redskins winning. I'm be honest. That's a lot of firepower to handle. Even we have a really good defensive line. Like you got Chubb in the backfield. They can run the ball a little bit too. So it's going to be a long. You got Kareem Hunt too. That's a lot of firepower to stop, man. That's a lot. Hunt, Chubb in the backfield,
And we're gonna do good.
Landry, Beckham, Joku, Austin Hooper. They get Jack Conklin to fix the offensive line. They draft Jacob Wills with the 10th pick overall in the draft. So they got some good things over there in Cleveland. This is gonna be a tough game to win. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't be surprised if the Redskins did win that game, but that's gonna be a tough one. I just don't see it. Then Baltimore comes in town. That's a toughie.
Yeah, that's the battle of the Beltway.
That's a tough one. That's tough. We play the Ravens tough
That's
usually.
always a tough game.
We always play them tough. Even when we're bad, we play them good.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a tight one, but Lamar Jackson, that boy is. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna need all the horses defensively for that one. We're gonna need Chase to be Chase. The Chase that we think he is coming out of Ohio State. You're gonna need Montez Sweat to continue the momentum he came out late last year into the quarterback. You're gonna need
It's a good thing that we got more speed on defense this year.
Yeah, that's a
We got
good thing.
more
I
speed
do
on
agree.
defense. Yeah, our linebackers are going to be the fastest linebacker core we done had in a long time.
Yeah, but it's just gonna still be hard to contain a guy like that.
Yeah,
Marquise
because he
Hollywood Brown. No joke. Got Willie Snead. Got a couple tight ends and Mark Andrews. They got rid of Hayden Hurst, but they still got Mark Andrews and Nick Boyle. So they have a really good, unique offense in Baltimore. That's kind of hard to really decipher and stop. Even defensively, they get Patrick Queen to team up with guys on their front line like Nick Judah, Matt Judon, and the boys on the front line and back end. They got one of the best back ends in football. Got Earl Thomas back there. Got Jimmy Smith back there. So it's scary.
One of my guys.
Yeah, LSU. Yeah, I know. That's best linebacker come out this draft. Besides Kenneth Murray, in my opinion, but I think it's just a toss up between them two. But yeah, Baltimore got one of the best back ends in football with Jimmy Smith and them boys back there, Marlon Humphrey. You got Marcus Peters, and you add a guy like Tony Jefferson Jr., and then you have Earl Thomas. That's kind of scary.
Earl
Gotta be careful
Thomas
where you throwing the ball
head
at.
blown. he might play a little timid this season.
Another topic for another day. But really good team over there, man. Yeah.
You might gotta fix your microphone too, cause
yeah, I'm trying to. Can you hear me now? Can you hear? Can you hear now? Go.
I can hear you was going in and out.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool. Oh, we're back on the Ravens, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a tough team. That's gonna be a tough game. Even them coming to FedEx, that's a game I don't see the Redskins winning. Like I said, I'm not gonna do predictions here. I'm gonna just talk about each team in detail. The Rams in Week 5. That's gonna be a fun one. Last time we played the Rams, we didn't have a rookie. We didn't have a sophomore quarterback. We had a nice seasoned veteran, Kirk Cousins. We went to L.A. In Sean McVay's first season, kind of ruined his win streak. Went up there, played really good football, really good game with Jared Goff and Cogger and them boys. Late in the game, Kirk for a nice little touchdown pass to Ryan Grant, sealed the victory. But I mean, we didn't do nothing after that. But whatever. But that was a fun game to watch. This year's gonna be an interesting season because now the Rams are kind of like in flux. No more Todd Gurley in LA. No more Brandon Cooks. He's gone. They traded him away. They get rid of Todd Gurley. He have a lot of dead money. You got Jalen Ramsey there now, but he needs a new contract. And Jared Goff got paid and didn't really own up to the contract his first season. So it's going to be an interesting game to see how the Rams look this year. This is the first time Sean McVay had some really adversity as a head coach. His first year, he made the playoffs easily. Second year, went to the Super Bowl. Last year, went 9-7. So this is his first true bit of adversity as a head coach. We're going to see what Sean McVay is made of. At this point in the season, chemistry might not be there. They might not be playing well. Jared might not be the guy that we thought he was a couple years ago when we went to the Super Bowl. He might still be playing a little shaky. He got a couple new toys to mess with. I like the kid Josh Reynolds, the guy that will take Brandon Cook's spot outside. I'm a big Cooper Cup guy. If you watch the channel for a while, I'm a big Cooper Cup guy. I like Robert Woods. I like what they have offensively, but it's not the same as these other offenses that we're going to see earlier in the season. So I think the Redskins can handle their offense, and I think defensively, I'm not really scared of the Rams, to be honest with you. Outside of Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, I'm not too afraid of their defense. To be frankly honest with you, it's a winnable game. It's a winnable game if Haskins plays well. Like I said, most of these games, a lot has to go well for us to win. Like we have to play really good defensively. Got to win the turnover battle, all that type of stuff. Don't make mistakes on special teams. I think our defense could kind of contain their offense, and I think offensively we can make some plays, and really could take Aaron Donald out of his game because like a lot of misdirections, like jet sweeps, a lot of things like that Scott Turner runs. To kind of mitigate big pass rushers like Aaron Donald and big disruptors in the defensive line. So that's a winnable game. Week 7, we do go to the Giants to face the New York Giants. Go to New York. Our first matchup with the Giants. It's going to be an interesting game. We both had new head coaches. Them hiring Joe Judge, the head coach, and Ron Rivera being hired as our new head coach. Also, we have new coordinators offensively. So we're both going to two new systems. Daniel Jones is going to the sophomore season. Dwayne Haskins is going to the sophomore season. The last time we saw these guys go at it together for a quarter and a half, it was kind of a shootout. They were going back and forth, scoring points back and forth, back and forth. Haskins gets hurt early in the second half. Case Keenum comes in, makes a few plays, gets the team back in it, ties the game up even going into overtime for just the Redskins to lose 41-35. Now we have two different head coaches, two new systems. We're gonna see how these two new systems mesh together, and we'll see what these teams look like. The Giants are a very interesting team in the NFC East. They're a team no one really talking about. I like what they've done outside of the Andrew Thomas. I know you need a left tackle in the worst way, but you should take impact. You just went 4-12. When you're a 4-12 football team, you take the most impact player available, and they did not do that. Outside of that, them getting James Bradbury, them acquiring James Bradbury, acquiring Xavier McKinney in the second round with the fourth pick in the second round. I like that pick a lot. Andrew Thomas is a nice player as well. I think he's going to be a really nice left tackle. He's a huge upgrade over Nate Solder, in my opinion. Nate Solder is trash. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I've been telling you Nate Solder is trash. So that being said, it's going to be a very interesting game. A lot of new faces on both teams. Going to be a fun game to watch. That's a toss-up to me. I don't know if the Redskins come in that game or not, but it'll be definitely a fun one to watch. Going to the Meadowlands. We'll see what happens. And then our first matchup, Ron Rivera's first matchup with the Dallas Cowboys, the Redskins head coach. That'll be October 25th. So that's week 8. Week 8 will be was it week 8? I think it's week 8. No, it'll be week 9. We have a week 8 bye. It'll be week 9. We'll be facing the no, it's week 8. Week 8. Week 7, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Week 7, we'll be playing the Dallas Cowboys in FedEx Field. We don't know if Dak's gonna have a deal yet. All that good jazz. First Cowboys game for Ron Rivera, his head coach of the Washington Redskins. Cowboys, Indians, you know how this game goes. Most games are pretty tough, in my opinion. We play the Cowboys relatively tough. We don't beat the Cowboys enough, in my opinion. We just do not beat the Cowboys enough. But it's kind of sad we do not beat the Cowboys. We just don't do this. So I hope that gets rectified this year. I hope it gets split with the Cowboys. If it's anytime we can beat Dallas, it'd be at home. So hopefully we can bring our A game at home and try to upset these boys, man, and make them go out to Dallas with a nice fat L like they did in 2018 with Alex Smith. That's the last victory we had against the Cowboys. Game went back and forth. The Redskins up 10 late, but Dak Prescott got him back in the game, tied the game up even. And afterwards, the Redskins had a clutch field goal from Dustin Hopkins late. The Cowboys tried to march down the field and try to get a field goal to tie the game late with Brett Maher. Brett Maher made the first attempt, but it was some kind of weird penalty or whatever. So that being said, then afterwards, he kicked the field goal again and missed it. So that does the trick there. And the Redskins won the game 2017. And now we're here. Both teams once again had new head coaches. With Jason Garrett getting out the door, had to get up out of there, had to skedaddle. Also, now you have a guy in Mike McCarthy here who's a proven head coach and he's just won a Super Bowl before. And then you have Ron Rivera who's been to a Super Bowl before, hasn't won one, but he's been to one before. So, with all that being said, man, going to be a very interesting matchup. You got Dak Prescott versus Dwayne Haskins for the first time. We didn't get to see Dak play Dwayne last year due to the injury that Dwayne suffered in week 16, basically his end of his season. It was a sprained ankle, but who's going to play on a sprained ankle in week 17 when the game doesn't matter? So, So with that being said, Dwayne will be facing the Cowboys for the first time. So that'll be a very interesting game to watch. And that's for the Redskins side. I do want to see how they handle Zeke. I think Chase Young is also good against the run and not just a really good elite pass rusher. So we'll see with another guy in the front seven that's really good against both run and pass, how we can handle Zeke Elliott and kind of contain him. Because I know the last time we beat the Cowboys, we held Zeke to 35 yards rushing, something like that. So if we can do that, we got a shot to beat him. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going, dog? What's going on, bro? How are you, man? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, my man? Outlaw King 757. Thank you for pulling to the stream, man. I appreciate you, bro. Always, man. Always love when you post a stream, man. I very appreciate you. So right now, I was talking about the Redskins schedule, in deep detail. I was left on the Cowboys game in week 7. I was talking about how the Redskins should be able to. Yeah, I'm really trying to see what this new defense can do against the Cowboys, man. With the new defensive coordinator, will implement what Chase Young could bring to the table, stop the run and pass. Um, what's Landon Collins doing his sophomore campaign as a Redskin? His first year as a Redskin wasn't bad, but I want him to get back to that All Pro form he was in when he was in New York. So we'll see what's up with that. And I want to see what the secondary can do. I want to see if Ronald Darby, um, Jimmy Moreland, Fabian Moreau. I want to see what these guys can do against CD Lamb. Oh man, happy Mother's Day to your mom-in-law, man. Happy Mother's Day to all people's mothers out there, man. Mother's Day gonna be kind of a tough day for me, man. My mom is no longer here, so that's gonna be kind of a tough Sunday for me, man. But I hope you enjoy. And I wish you the best for your mom-in-law, and I hope she enjoys her Mother's Day, man. And keep treating her right, man. Just because she's your mom-in-law, she's still a mama. I still got my mom-in-law, so I still got a mama, so that's good. We go and wrap up this Cowboys breakdown though. So I want to see how a run game can do against dope. That's fire. That's fire. That's dope, man. John, that's dope, man. That is dope. How you been though? Hope everything well. Happy Mother's Day to your mom as well, man. Rest in peace to my mom. Happy Mother's Day to my mom-in-law. So I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much, man. So Cowboys game gonna be very interesting. That's big one. Too much I want to say about the Cowboys game. We go back to the Giants after our bye week. As you know, we have a week 8 bye. So we come off the bye week with 2 weeks to prepare against the Giants. Our second matchup against the New York Giants. This one is at home. It's also gonna be a very interesting game because we just played them 3 weeks beforehand. So we'll see what adjustments that each team makes after 3 weeks of film study and all that good jazz. That's really another fun one to watch. I think all the division games have been much more fun to watch than they have been in previous years. Our division games have been kind of tough to watch. We've been getting our ass kicked. Besides maybe some really, really good games, like the Eagles game last week was a really good football game. I want to see a healthy Darius Guice. Darius Guice is a very explosive player when healthy. We saw him for that 5 games, make that big run, that stiff arm against Shaq Thompson. The other big run for the screen for a touchdown against the Jets. We saw some really explosive plays from Darius Guice, man. If healthy, he's definitely our best running back on our roster. He's even better than Adrian Peterson, and that's saying a lot. AP at his age isn't old AP. He's not like AD all day. Like he's a really good running back, but he's not like the explosiveness isn't as explosive as he was when he was younger. He still has some burst, but it's not like the elite burst he used to have. But Guice has the burst, he has the vision, he has everything. He's definitely our best all-around running back when healthy. So I do want to see him being healthy. I really hope he plays 16 games. I really want him here. I like Darius, man. I'm a big Darius Guice guy. So most definitely. So after that Giants game, we do play the Lions in Detroit. We have a really bad history of playing the Detroit Lions in Detroit. It's always kind of a tough game to play them in Detroit. If you remember our last game playing the Detroit Lions in Detroit, it was 2016. Was it week 7, I think. I'm excited about Bryce Love too. I'm very excited about him. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. But the last time we played the Lions, if you can remember, it was late in the game. We kind of struggled with turnovers. Our former running back, Matt Jones, at Louis T would say, "Who? Matt Jones." Fumbled a ton. Fumbleitis. I call him fumbleitis. He kept fumbling the damn football, kept turning the ball over. But Kirk made some plays late, man. He got that zone read run in there late in the game. I said with 55 seconds to go, maybe a minute and 5 seconds to go. We got about 3, I believe. It was about 3. Yeah, it was about 3. And the defense just melted down with a minute and 5. Anquan Bolden, his swan song season, scores game-winning touchdown against the Redskins. We lose the game in heartbreaking fashion. I'm like, damn it! Keep losing to Detroit. I'm tired of it. Now we have a chance to rectify it. this is going to be a very – we don't know at this point if Matthew Stafford's going to be healthy. I'm assuming healthier. Let's assume all healthy. This is going to be an interesting game to watch because we have not seen Matthew Stafford play at a high level since he got injured. Like he stays hurt. So we don't know what kind of Lions team we'll be playing. Last time we played the Lions, it was Jeff Driscoll starting, and we kind of struggled to beat them with Jeff Driscoll starting. So we don't know how we'll do with Matthew Stafford. I want to see how this defense contains Matthew Stafford, how they contain Kenny Galladay, how they contain Marvin Jones Jr., contain their new running back in DeAndre Swift. Kerryon Johnson's still there as well. So I just want to see how they handle the Lions offense, and then how our offense can handle a guy like Jeff Okudah, which they just drafted from out of Ohio State, and how we can handle their interior defensive line and Matt Patricia's defensive scheme. So I do want to see how we game plan against the Lions. What we do? Do we do a lot of misdirection? Do we do a lot of play action? Do we do a lot of short passing game to mitigate pass rushers like Trey Flowers and things like that? So it's interesting. And on your Bryce Love comment, I do want to see Bryce Love, man. I think Bryce Love is probably our most explosive running back when healthy. So I do want to see what he can do. Antonio Gibson's another interesting guy. That running back was pretty crowded, man. We'll get to the roster in a second, but that's going to be an interesting game to watch. I'm very intrigued about that one. Once I get through the whole schedule, I'll give you the 4 games I'm most intrigued about. You can comment your 4 games you're most intrigued about. The Bengals come to the Redskins in week 12. Or was it week 11? Week 11. Another interesting one to me. Joe Burrow comes to town. He plays his former teammate in Chase Young, his former teammate in Terry McLaurin, and Dwayne Haskins in Ohio State. It's an Ohio State reunion, man. We'll see what's up with that. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I think the Redskins can win that game most definitely, but we'll see. We go to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, play at Fort Brady. I hate playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I do not like it. Not a big fan of it at all. So yeah, no. That's gonna be a toughie. Steelers. We go to Pittsburgh in week 13. It's another game that's gonna be a really tough game, especially if Ben Roethlisberger is healthy. If Big Ben is healthy, that's a game I don't see us winning. But if it's like Duck Hodges or Mason Rudolph or something, I think we definitely have a shot to beat them. The 49ers, that game's an L. That game's going to be tough. I don't see us winning that game. Last year, we couldn't beat them in the monsoon. They beat us 9-0. I don't see us only allowing 9 points this year. That's going to be kind of probably a butt whooping. I'm going to be honest with that one. Then the Seahawks come to town 1 o'clock on December 20th. That'll be week 14 or week 15. Week 15. That's another tough game. Russell Wilson always gives the Redskins fits. So we'll see how our pass rush will look against the Seahawks' offensive line. But that's when kind of a tough game. Russell Wilson's always kind of been a pain in the ass. But we'll see. The Panthers face the Redskins in week 16 as Ron Rivera faces his head coach. Ron Rivera faces his former team in the Carolina Panthers for the first time. And Matt Rule is now their new head coach. So we'll see how Matt Rule looks in his first season. Especially late in the season, I think they would kind of be a bad football team. So would they be up for this game? Would they be ready to fight and scratch and claw? Or they would just be packing in the towel? We'll see. But very interesting game to watch. And if finally we play the Eagles in week 17 to wrap up the season. So out all these 16 games, the 4 games that stuck out most to me is the week 2 game against the Cardinals, the week 4 game against the Ravens, the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, and then finally the Bengals game. Those are the 4 games that stuck out to me. I want to see how Joe Burrow looks. I want to see how we can handle Joe Burrow. I want to see how we can handle Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, and Dak Prescott with our new defensive line with Chase Young being added. So, and also honorable mention to the Eagles in week 1. I do want to see if the Redskins can actually win in week 1, something we do not do. So we did not do it in a Jay Gruden era. So we want to see if we can win in week 1 or not. So that's the breakdown of the schedule in my eyes. My 4 favorite games on the schedule I will be interested in watching. And now let's get to the roster. Okay. I'm going to predict my 53-man roster right now offhand. I didn't do any notes. Probably should have did it. But now I'm going to break down who I think will make the 53-man roster going into the 2020 NFL season. Let's go ahead and get started. I know I know Ron Rivera has a history of keeping three quarterbacks on his roster in most cases, but I do think he'll take the Jay Gruden approach like Jay Gruden did. He'll keep two quarterbacks. With Alex Smith being on the mend, him not probably not playing ever again. I only see the Dwayne Haskins and Kyle Allen be on this roster. Um, he's very comfortable with Kyle and he does like Dwayne. So I don't think he is going to record on this roster. I know they picked up Steven Montez on undrafted free agency, but that Thanksgiving game was pretty rough. I agree, but like I said, I don't think Steven Montez will make this roster. I think he'll be a guy to be on the practice squad. I don't see him being on the active team, just because you can use that third quarterback spot for another roster spot. So I think we'll keep two quarterbacks. It'll be Dwayne Haskins and Kyle Allen as our two quarterbacks on the roster. Next, we'll get the running back. I think we're going to keep four running backs. Four. The guys are Adrian Peterson, Darius Geis, Antonio Gibson, and Bryce Love. I don't think J.D. McKissick's going to make the team. Let me explain why. You drafted Antonio Gibson as a pass catching guy. He's a really good receiver. You see he can run routes in film. You can see that he's very explosive running routes. You can see he can run the ball from the backfield. He's very versatile. So if you got a versatile guy like that, why would you keep J.D. McKissick around? Very inexpensive contract. You can probably get rid of relatively easy. So I don't think he's going to make the team. I don't think Peyton Barber's going to make the team as long as Geis is healthy. I think they signed Peyton Barber as a Darius Geis insurance policy. So if Darius were to get hurt in training camp or something, then you'll have Peyton Barber make the roster. And then when Darius Geis comes back from injury, Peyton Barber will be immediately cut. I think it's going to be AP. Because AP has been the most productive guy here the last 2 years running the ball. Darius Geis is almost potential best running back on our roster right now. You saw the 5 games he played, man. He had 2 100-yard games, I think. Dude had 3 touchdowns. He had the screen pass against the Jets. That was incredible. He had the huge run against the Panthers, 2 huge runs. The one where he stiffed on Shaq Thompson and put him on his ass. Whew. Darius Geis, when healthy, is a damn good running back. So I hope he stays healthy, man, because I would love to see Geis with Peterson and a little sprinkle of Bryce Love, a little sprinkle of Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson reminds me of Reggie Bush. A guy who can run routes and he can split out, but also can catch the ball at the backfield, run the ball a little bit. He's just very versatile in a lot of ways, and he's a chess piece. So I think those will be our 4 running backs. Wide receiver, I think we're going to keep 5 receivers. I think those 5 receivers would be Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims, Kelvin Harmon, Antonio Gandy Golden, and then Gandy Golden, Steven Sims, Calvin Harmon, Terry McLaurin. And I want to say I'm about to say Gibson's. Yeah. I was going to say Antonio Gibson, but I have him on the running back room. So the fifth wide receiver will probably be a guy like probably a guy like Trey Quinn. I think he'll make the roster. So with that being said, I think it'll be our 5 wide receivers on the roster. So at this point, you have 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, which makes 6. You have 5 wide receivers, makes 5, which means that'll be 11 roster spots taken up by those skill positions. I think we'll keep 3 tight ends, and I think those 3 tight ends will be Logan Thomas, Thaddeus Moss, and probably I don't want to say this name, but probably Hell Henges. I think Jeremy Sprinkle's going to not make the team. He just been having the drop sheets the last couple of years, especially in the time he actually got a chance to be the starting tight end. You saw a lot of flaws in this game, and I think it's time to move on from Sprinkle. I like Sprinkle as a blocking tight end, but his hands are terrible, and I can't take it anymore. It's the time that if you want to have really good stuff at tight end, at least have some reliable stuff. Just have some guys who are reliable to catch the ball and reliable enough to block in the run game. And we just don't have that with Jeremy Sprinkle. Like, he's reliable at blocking the run game, but his hands are unreliable. I can't stand it. So I think those be our 3 tight ends. Richard Rodgers, I'm not a big fan. I don't really care. It's whatever. Like Thad Moss. I think Thad Moss would be our most dependable tight end. He had the best hands in this draft. No cap. And then on top of that, he's not the most athletic guy in the world, so that did ding him a ton. but his hands are really good. So I think he'll be a really solid tight end the next level. I don't see him being our starting tight end right away, but I do see him being our second tight end behind Logan Thomas. And Logan Thomas is a guy that kind of a mold of clay you got to mold. If that makes sense. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Most definitely interesting. So that would be that'll be the tight end. So you're at 14 roster spots at this point. I think we keep 8 offensive linemen. So you keep your starters. You got Sadiq Charles as your projected starter at left tackle. Your left guard will probably be Wes Martin. Your center will be Chase Roulier. Your right guard will be Brandon Sheriff, and your right tackle will be Morgan Moses. After that, you got Wes Schweitzer at guard, being your swing guard. Your swing tackle will probably be Garon Christian Jr. And then I'll say Cornelius Lucas. They signed him, so I think they're going to kind of teeter toward him instead of Garon Christian. And then I think that's about it. And then the kid they drafted in the 5th round, Ishmael, out of I forgot what school he came out of, but the kid we drafted the 5th round, the center. He can play center and guard. So those would be our 8 offensive linemen. So that'd be our 22 offensive players. We got your specialists. You got Tressway, Justin Hopkins, and Nick Sundberg as your specialists. So that's it. So that'd be your 25 roster spots, including your special teams and your specialist and your offensive players. So let's get to the defense. I think we're going to keep 7 defensive linemen. 7. Yeah, 7. So you got your starters. You got Montez Sweat, Chase Young on both ends. Then you have Matt Ioannidis and Jonathan Allen as your tackles. You got Deron Payne come off the bench, Brian Kerrigan, and Tim Settle. So those are our 7 guys on the defensive line that I think will be on this roster starting the 2020 NFL season. After that, you have your linebackers. I think we'll probably be keeping 8. Let me say 8. Yeah, 8. 8 seems like a solid number. So you got John Bostic, Reuben Foster, if healthy. But I'm taking health out of the question. I'm out the equation here. So Reuben Foster, John Bostic, Cole Holcomb, Thomas Davis Sr., Sean Deion Hamilton. I never got like a lot. After that, it's kind of milky. I think maybe Josh Harvey Clemens might make this roster, but maybe on the back end, he might play more special teams than anything. It's a really crowded linebacker room. This one's kind of tough. Foster, Holcomb, Bostic, Harvey Clemens, Sean Deion Hamilton, Ryan Anderson. I never got to make this roster. That makes 6. Yeah, I'm about to look up some players. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Trying to think. Kevin Pierre Lewis, and I think we're gonna keep 7 linebackers. I'm gonna rephrase that. So yeah, that'll do it for me. Actually, I'm gonna revise the wide receiver position. Let me go back on that real quick. I got Cody Latimer making the roster over Trey Quinn as my 5th wide receiver. I'm sorry, let me get back to that. I'm sorry about that. But I have 7 linebackers making the roster. That's my 7 linebackers making this roster. You got cornerback. I think we have key 5 corners. I think that's kind of cemented. You got Kendall Fuller, Faye Moreau, Jimmy Moreland, Ronald Darby. I think those guys are cemented. And then that's about it. Yeah, so outside those 4 guys, that's about it. Those 4 guys and a guy that maybe I don't really know about. Some say those four guys are definitely locked to make the roster. I mean, at safety, you got Sean Davis, um, you got Landon Collins, of course, Shaja Everett, and who did they draft? Let's see something here. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see something real quick. Give me 1 second. Oh, and Cameron Curl. I'll be the other guy with the roster. Um, Now guys that I will think you be not overlook is Jordan Burford, the guy they got in the 7th round at Oklahoma State not too long ago. He was injured a lot last year, so he didn't really get a chance to really show his talents. But I think he'll get a chance to show his talents now. You see some bursts, you see some explosiveness come off the edge. So I think that's another guy to keep your eye on. And that's really much about it. I think that's my projected 53-man roster. Now it's a couple guys I think that can shake loose after the one guy in particular I think will shake loose after post June first cuts, and that would be safety Anthony Harris out of Minnesota. If they can't really get a long-term deal done, I think they might be looking to trade him. But if they can't trade him, then they'll probably rescind the tag and let him be a free agent. So that'd be a guy we can probably definitely go after. Outside of Valentine, once we send their franchise tag. But we'll see. But yeah, that'd be, and then maybe a guy like that. I think Redskins fans been kind of clamoring over in some cases. The Dwayne Haskins haters are guys that we want Cam Newton. So I think it'd be a guy you can get post June 1st, if no one doesn't pick him up. So yeah, that would do it for the roster part of the video. Now I'm gonna talk about the Dwayne Haskins. I'm gonna talk about the Project 11 reaction. I watched the Project 11 documentary. I like the documentary a lot. Alex Smith is a really strong guy. It was everything that I really saw in him as a man. He's very, very resilient. I respect his work ethic as a man. I respect his heart, his determination, his perseverance. Incredible guy, man. I wish Alex the best. I hope he doesn't try to really pursue this football dream a little too much. I just don't want to see him get hurt again. I'd rather him just go ahead and stay safe and with it, man. Play the safe card. But I think Alex is going to get to a point where they're actually clearing to play. Just for him to see that he actually got cleared to play again, then I think he'll go ahead and hang him up. So I think he's going to hang him up eventually, but I think he just want to get to that journey and get to the end of the tunnel where he knows he can actually play again if he wanted to play again. So that will do it for that reaction. That's my reaction on that. Very resilient guy, very God-fearing man. He was septic at one point. Great determination, man. Great story. I wish Alex Smith the best, man. You're a great guy. You're a great guy in this locker room, and we wish you to continue to keep healing. And you continue to put God first, Alex. You'll be fine, man. So that'll do it. That'll do it for the Project 11 reaction very briefly. And then I'm going to talk about the Dwayne Haskins letter real quick. Shout out to Louis T for this, because I didn't really read it, but I did see his video that he posted. I didn't watch the entire video because I did want to well, I might go ahead. I might not read the letter, but I'll give a quick summary of it. So Dwayne was saying he got drafted. It was an incredible feeling. He was very happy about being drafted to the Redskins. He thought he would play right away, but Case took the job. And he just stayed patient, waited his turn when it was time for him to play. He went out there and did what he could. It was hard for him to get his feet wet at first. He's very embarrassed with his footwork in the Giants game when he threw the 3 picks, including the pick 6 to Jabril Peppers. There's a lot of things to talk about in the letter. A quick summary, man. he really looked at his rookie season as a really a huge life lesson for him to mature and get better. I read a lot of maturity from this letter, a lot of growth from Dwayne, and Dwayne, man, the sky's up for you, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be the quarterback that you want to be. Keep grinding, keep working hard, man. Keep putting God first, man. And everything will play itself out to where you'll be where you want to be as a quarterback and as a man. So I did the roster, I did the schedule, I did the 50% roster prediction. I did the letter. I think I was going to do it, man. I think I'm going to go and wrap this one up, man. View, rate, comment, subscribe if you're new. Also, on Tom post notifications. To post this sports video, man. Put God first out the way, man. And you guys have a great weekend. You guys stay safe with this COVID-19, man. Stay healthy. Wash your hands, man. Stay sanitized. Also, you know what I'm saying? Build your immune system. Take vitamin C capsules. Things like that to build your immune system up, man. And just stay easy, man. Gone, bro. Peace. I had a live stream later on for 8 o'clock. I'm going to delay that till tomorrow at 8. So go catch that one tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That will break down all the other NFC divisions that I didn't break down yet. Post draft power against I'm gone, man. Peace.